Oh, yes, here. All right, we is live. We is live. Okay. Let me see what's going on.
It's live on the leadership journey, right?
Yep. On the it's I don't see it. No, on the Instagram. Oh yeah, there you go. They're going. Okay, let me put
I'm
it.
not
I
on
got
Instagram.
go on Instagram. It's not on there.
So I'm gonna share it on Facebook.
Do my page. I'm finna make my page. I'm finna make it not private because my page is private. Oh girl, it won't let me do it. I need to change my okay.
I don't see it live on.
It's on my page and I can't manage it to make it be I'm trying to make it not be private
I don't know what you talking about.
because my page is private and I probably shouldn't have had my page private. Oh, let me see. Sad default.
Good evening.
Hey y'all, people coming in. I just shared it with you.
On Facebook?
Yeah, I just shared it because it's I can't. I'm trying to make it not private. I feel like I feel like a grandma. It won't let me change it.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey y'all,
Tune in.
about to tune in. Good morning, good morning. This evening, we coming on there. We trying to figure out how to share it. I tagged you. Did you see it? I just tagged you.
Okay, I see it. Well,
Is it clear? Is it clear? Can y'all see us? Is it clear? Hey Candace, can you see us? Are we clear? Are we clear, Candace? Let me know if we clear. Um, can we? Are we clear? Can y'all see us? Somebody gotta tell me something. If y'all could see us out there, can you turn off the heat? Can you turn the heat off? The heat, please. Hey Cheryl. Okay, y'all, we clear. So they said we clear. So we.
okay.
So guys, good morning. Hey. We seeing y'all coming in. We seeing y'all talking to us. Thank you for responding. We here. We here. We finna talk. We finna talk.
Good
Thank you. Thank you.
evening.
Thank you. Uncle Rob. Uncle Rob, that's my boy. So yeah, we finna just get started. I said 7 o'clock. If you know anything about me, you know I do not mess with time. I like to be on time and I don't like to play and waste nobody else's time. Um, but welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome y'all to the LeadHERship Journey
Yes.
podcast. It's a podcast. Y'all don't even realize like it's for real a podcast. But we are here. We're here for a few reasons, really. I it was placed on my heart. I ain't gonna get too deep with y'all. I ain't the pastor of the church. Uh but it was placed on my heart to have a place for women. It initially started off as young millennial black women. But we taking that off. We not limiting
Yes.
it. It's women as a whole who need a place to not vent but vent. The vision of this is to inspire, equip, and encourage women along their leadership journeys. Um, with like tools. And hey, Instagram, we see y'all. We see y'all.
Hey, Instagram.
We kind of we here. But thank y'all for joining. Um, but it's real talk meets leadership development. That's the best way I could put it. And this my baby. And some people are asking, what does the her, why is it LeadHERship? We're starting with humility, endurance, and resilience. Those are three pillars that have gotten me through my leadership journey. are pushing me through my leadership journey. A lot of people don't even know that I am paid to lead, okay?
Oh, yes.
We are paid to lead. And I'ma tell y'all who's sitting right next to me. The Malisha Hayward, okay? She was not Hayward when I met her. She was Hampton. Girl, I forget your name.
Hampton.
She was Hampton when I met her. And y'all, this is deep. This is real deep. Malisha was my first friend when I moved to Calumet City and I started at a new school. And what was that? Fifth grade. That was fifth grade. And look at us at our big ages, and we still here. Oh, look at God. Ain't he good? Ain't he good?
Amen.
Ain't he good? But Malisha, I 100% know and believe that the Lord gave Malisha to me to walk this journey because we've walked together in a lot of stuff. We got in trouble a lot. We didn't get arrested, but
we did go to court.
We went to court. Good news. We don't tell it all. We transparent.
Yes.
We're transparent around here. But we did we almost got kicked out of high school. Expelled with our smart selves. So we go deep. Good news. I see our mamas is out there. Good news, Fifi Live. Bird. We see Bird out there too. So yeah, they had to hem us up.
Yes.
And we got a couple whoopings. But I am truly grateful to God that, I have a friend since I was in fifth grade who is still walking life with me, near and far, which is a blessing. And I'm so happy that she's sitting right here on this couch with me.
Thank you for having
me. And I introduce you to the Malisha Hayward, the nurse of the year, the quarter. I had to go to the doctor a couple of times. We thank praise God that we are not there anymore. But I was about to call Malisha like, girl, can you come stick me? Because they can't do it. But y'all, this Malisha, she's walking her leadership journey as well. And this is my friend, my co-host, my sister from another mister.
Yes. We thank God.
So tell us about your life. Like, what do you do? I'm not telling nobody where she worked, but I don't do that. But
please don't put me out there, because y'all.
She don't work at the county or Christ or whatever. Strojan or whatever. People.
I'll just say I will not for. I didn't sign an NDA or anything, but just for privacy reasons, I will not disclose where I work unless you see me in passing. But Gabby, I just want to tell you thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be a part of the LeadHERship Journey.
Yes, Miss Girl.
I really count it as a privilege and an honor to just be here with you. Like you said, we've been friends since the fifth grade. I can still remember when we met each other. It was like we were outside, we crossed paths or something.
What was that teacher's name?
I can't remember, but
Miss Rosner.
Yes,
Miss Rosner.
Hey, Miss Rosner.
Girl, I don't know her.
Gabby remember all her teachers, so I know she remembers everyone from
I remember all my
fifth
teachers.
grade, pre-K, whatever. But
that's very true.
I just remember we were in passing, and that just goes to show you that the leadership has always been a part of our life. Like you said, we were fighting for
not even our fights,
right? Trying to be big, bad, and bossy had nothing to do with us, knowing we had those sanctified mamas at home that were going to deal with us behind closed doors. But I'm just truly grateful and I'm honored. I have been a nurse for the last 7 years, and I remember the day my manager asked me to be a leader. She asked me to become a charge nurse. She also asked me to help navigate and precept, which is basically train new nurses on their role at the bedside.
That's a nice, good word.
Precept. Yes. Yeah, that's what we use in the hospital.
Line upon line, precept from precept.
You so silly. So I remember the day she asked me. It was literally the second week of the pandemic. Mind you, I had only been in.
Girl, I would say no.
I
probably
did.
Would say something else.
I did.
H no.
I
Say the
did,
truth.
but I remember when she asked me, and me, this 27-year-old brand, I still felt like a brand new nurse. I still felt like a new grad. I had only been in nursing for a year and a half. And she asked me to become a leader. And the thing about it, what she saw, my leaders saw so much potential in me that sometimes I've noticed since I've been a leader that you can see things for others or the
Yes,
potential in others before they see it in
that's
themselves.
absolutely true.
So when she came to me and she asked me this, my manager had been a charge nurse, a manager over 40 plus years. Instantly seen it in me, pulled it out of me, and I said,
She a
"You think I'm
grandma.
qualified for this?"
Mm.
And she said, if I didn't think you were qualified, I would have never asked you."
Grandma nurse. I mean Miss Auntie
So
nurse.
I knew then that okay, she see the potential. She see that you may not be the best leader in the beginning, but that's the point. You get trained and you get
Right.
groomed and not groomed. I don't want to say groomed, but
Yeah,
you get
grandma.
trained. That's
A
kind of
little.
vulgar,
Oh,
but you get
no.
trained on that role, and I was able to adapt in that role, and I honestly I just thought I was going to be a bedside nurse. I didn't think I was going to do anything else in nursing. And since I've stepped into that role of leadership, not only have I been, the charge nurse over a unit, but God has, within this last season, granted me the opportunity to become a clinical instructor.
Mm.
Man, you, yeah, I've only been in nursing for 7 years. Sometimes it takes some nurses 30, 40 years before they can see their potential.
Wow.
So I'm grateful, not only that for my leaders seeing that in me, but friends that push me into purpose. So I'm grateful. I'm truly, truly grateful.
That's good. That's really kind of good because I feel like you said, when somebody sees something in you and you
Mm-hmm.
don't necessarily see it in yourself, that right there is like a green flag.
Mm-hmm.
Because we like to talk about red flags. We're gonna talk about red flags we're gonna talk about that, but we talk about the green flags because I've had leaders who tell me you're a leader. Like at my story, people been telling me I'm a leader since I was a kid. And I'm
See?
like, because why I'm in trouble, like,
Yep.
because they want to follow me. That's not my problem.
Yep.
Like I don't know how to explain that, but like you said, when they see something in you and they want to pull it out, and you don't necessarily see it, I think that's the number one green flag of a great leader.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I have leaders still to this day who look at me and say, you don't even see it, but this is where you're going. And I'm like so grateful for those people, which is why I'm sitting right here now, because I never would have ever. Oh my God. I will throw up at the thought of me getting on here talking to y'all. Like, that's crazy. That's really crazy. But those leaders, like, I want to thank my leaders, anybody who's ever led me. It's not hard. I mean, it's not fun. It's a little hard. You want to knock my head between the walls sometimes, but that's a great thing to like look back on and appreciate those who push you further in this journey. Because I've been in leadership, and those of you don't know, I guess I gotta give a spiel too, because
Mm-hmm.
you kind of did. I will not tell you where I work currently, but I've been blessed. I can't say lucky. I can't use nothing that the world say. I have been blessed to work in leadership in some really cool companies. Like when I say cool, like I mean cool. A lot of y'all know why I came. A lot of y'all know my story. A lot of y'all know like the companies that I've worked for. There are big names. I'm not trying to gloat or anything, but it's really kind of interesting when I had to sit back and think about this situation, this journey. That I have really been blessed to hold positions and be able to change things in these big companies, like on like levels that I never would have thought in my life at my young age. I am 22 years old. Thank you, God.
Girl, you play too
I'm
much.
not okay. I'm not 22. I'm well over 30. Whew, my mama is getting old.
Yeah,
Whew,
that's what it is.
that's what it is. It's not me.
Mm-hmm.
It's my mama. But for me, I think about like when I think about first Molly. You didn't work for the camp, but I worked for the park district in Calumet City. I can say that was 93 years ago. But Molly was somebody that said to me, and she was like, "You can take this." And you can, move forward when she was deciding to depart or whatever. And I'm like, girl, I don't know nothing about this camp stuff. But it was fun. And I think about those small little, instances where I was able to like I was leading people. And I used to say I was in charge, like I'm the boss. My godmama always be telling me, like, I don't like the word boss. That's your manager. I was the boss. I was the boss of them. And we were like the same age. And then I remember like I was a kid as well. And I was like the junior camp counselor, and they was yelling at me, getting me in trouble because everybody else wasn't listening. So that's part of my journey. That's an important part of my LeadHERship journey. um yeah, y'all. Yeah. Thank y'all. This is so good to me. And I'm so excited for this. This is just episode 1. So
Getting started.
we just getting started. I'm so excited to be able to sit here and y'all answer y'all questions, walk with y'all, because I know there are people out there who don't have the opportunity to say, well, this is what happened to me. I had to deal with this man who was above me and my company, and I didn't even get the opportunity to take the position because they chose the man because he was the man. Or I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna say it all like it is, because they were white and I was black, because they was older than me, and they don't, just because they older than me, they don't know. I'm sorry, I thought it was a bug on me. Just because they older than me, that don't mean they know everything. And I've been in positions. I spent a large part, and I almost go say the company. I spent a large part of my leadership journey. No, don't say it. With how do I say it without saying it? No, I don't want to tell the company.
Oh,
I kind of feel like I have to. They don't endorse me. But I spent a large part of my leadership journey with a company that in the beginning of my journey, I was a young black woman with no experience in this industry. That's another strike against me. Um, I had minimal management experience. I wouldn't even call it like real. Like I think I started that I was like 24 or 25 years old. And then I come in, and it's a grace. It's a grace that God has given me to be able to. He telling us to move over, y'all. Shout out to our production manager. Woo! Woo! We thank and praise God. But what was I saying? I lost my thought. But I spent a large part of that journey, and they poured into me. I am still in contact with some of the greatest leaders in the, I'm gonna say, the aviation business. That's where we're gonna say. I was in aviation. Believe it or not, it was a great time. Oh, it was amazing. But I had to take myself away from that life environment. Yeah. So we will get into that later. But they poured into us as leaders. I remember I spent like 4 months a week for 4 months with other leaders from all across the country. And we just came, and we just, like, they poured into us. They gave us resources and all that other kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm talking a lot, but but that's my spiel. I am currently in operations. Let's put that out there. I'm currently in operations for a very cool company. Like, I'll say that. Shout out to my company.
shout out to the company.
Very cool. It's very cool. So yeah, like I said, I just thank God. Like, I really cannot stop thanking God for putting me in these positions and putting me with people and people in my life who understand like what it's like. Because we had a conversation when we first, I guess, birthed this. When I first started birthing it, I've never had a child, so I don't know what birth looks like. I do not want to know.
I
But
do.
Bless your heart.
One.
That's your call. That's not for me. That's not what God called me to do. But we talked about, how we don't have a space. And then we try to talk to like the older generation and they don't know how to pour back down. Not everyone, but majority of them don't know how to, like your person who reached down at 40. I'm calling Auntie Granny.
You so silly.
Because at 40, that's Auntie Granny almost. But has she reached down and told you, you got to come up? Like, I remember us talking about that. And how do you, like, translate that for the people that you lead? How do you reach down and pick somebody up, even if you got to kind of hem them up? Because I had to hem some people up before.
Honey. I will say, I think you have to understand. Like you said, I'm not a mom, but I've learned from my mother that you have to love each child differently.
Ooh,
right?
I'm my mama's favorite. I like you, Chanel. If you listening, it's the truth.
But I've learned, you so silly, Gabby. I've learned you have to love each child differently. And so that means if I am training, because I primarily train the new grads.
Okay.
So if I'm training someone new, I have to understand that their learning style is not the same from the last person. I may train someone and maybe, I don't know, what is it they're called? Gen Zs now?
Oh, God.
So I've trained Gen Zs. I've trained women our mother's age. Ooh. They went back to school and now they're new at the bedside. And so I've had to learn that my learning style in that moment is their learning style.
Okay.
So I can't say, well, such and such got it quick this time, so why can't you catch on? And I've just completely learned that I had to, like I was telling you before, like I'm only as strong as my weakest link.
Sure.
So if you're drowning, guess what? I'm drowning too. And that can put you, not only your preceptee, but it can also put the preceptor in nurse burnout.
I like this precept word. I just keep going back to the Bible. When you say precept.
Yes, that's what they call. That's what we call, they call us the preceptors and the preceptee. So I've just had to learn to adapt to their learning styles.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, I've had challenges. Why I had to go to, and it's not just challenges with them learning. I had someone that I had to train that speak Tagalog, which is basically they literally.
What is that?
They're from the Philippines.
Okay, good, because I don't know.
So she didn't understand. You are so silly. She didn't understand.
Tagalog, I don't know.
That's our primary language.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm looking up Tagalog. I'm going TikTok, hear them talking. I want to hear that.
But in my learning experience, I literally learned something new with them. I tell them all the time, like, I'm a nurse. They consider, there's different levels of nursing. So at this point, I should be an expert nurse because now I'm teaching people. So
please change your language.
No, I'm saying I am an expert.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm seeing the different levels. Like I'm giving you, okay, I am an expert in nursing. So, you done made me lose my train of thought. You are so silly. But I had to learn that, like I'm learning something as they're learning, really. Mm-hmm. So in the midst of me trying to understand like her language barriers, she taught me Tagalog, so I can speak a little bit.
Me? Cause what is that? It's a funny word.
But when I go pray, I'm like, now God, why would you give me this? Why would you give this person to me? And it's like you need to be able to open up your ears
to Tagalog,
to whatever language God is putting on my heart to learn.
Girl, you interpret tongues.
You are so silly, Gabby.
Not the interpretation of tongues. You gotta give. Can you put that comment up?
Tagalog.
Jordan. Tawanda said, we are individuals. That's the key. One size leadership does not fit all.
That's right.
You are 100% right, because sometimes people need to be slapped. Okay, no, we can't slap them. So I had got slapped by one of my leaders before. I ain't even go tell their name, but
that's workplace violence.
It wasn't in the work.
Oh, okay.
But I ain't gonna tell on them. But you're right. Like you said, you have to learn how to like teach each person differently. And you said something that really was like on me. to touch on, because when you said you have to do Gen Z and then you have to go to the opposite end of that, which are the boomers, I don't mean no harm. Them boomers, they got smart mouths. And they get to talking. I got kids older than you, and I be like, Miss Girl, but guess what? You clocked in here, and guess who is your supervisor manager?
Clock it, as the kids say,
So
baby.
if you don't want to listen, you should have probably, you know, gotten this situation. You could have applied and, you know, done it yourself. I got that a lot. And it got to the point where it started messing with my head. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, if anybody know me, you know I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be transparent. And sometimes if I get a little bit too transparent, our producer is gonna raise his hand and he's gonna tell me to shut up. And I thank him. But I had a lot of growing pains with that, because, you know, like I said, I came in, I ain't know nothing. This was not my profession at all. I came in because I needed a job and I needed to pay my bills. And I did not want to ask my mama for money, because my mama is amazing, but she can't be pulling money out from the air. And, you know, I got paid bills, she got paid bills. You know, I had to get a job. So me, I'm just coming and getting a job, and then there's a leader who says, "Hey, you coming up." So when that I was let's add this to the list. I was promoted in 7 months. Yes, I was promoted in 7 months. Off the street is what they called it. But I had to deal with that a lot, and it led to my journey with emotional intelligence. Which is it's a firework these days. You're not emotional intelligent. Okay. You just learned it 2 years ago. But I had to learn it pretty fast. And I had a leader, Jason Morris. That's my boy.
Hey, Mr. Morris.
He not okay, yeah, okay. He is Mr. He not a teacher. When you said Mr., it made me think about teacher. But Jason Morris, shout out to Jason Morris, wherever he may be in this earth, in this world. But he was so amazing to me. And he realized it was hard, and he realized what I had to deal with. And he said, "Hey, instead of writing you off like these other people, I'm not gonna write you off. I'm gonna write you in." I sat in that man's office a lot of periodical times crying, and he sent me to classes about for me to learn about emotional intelligence. And because I had to learn it so fast, I had to learn a lot very fast. I'm gonna tell my age. I'm 30. Oh God, I am 33. I'll be 34. Tell me happy birthday on my birthday. Y'all better give me presents and stuff. But I'll be 34 years old, and I had to learn a lot before the age of 30. Not because I wasn't out there like having to raise myself. Like, no, I don't have that story. Yeah, I don't you don't have that story either. But I had to learn a lot very quickly. Now, I'm a fast learner. I've always been witty. Hi. Everybody knows I'm pretty witty. But I learn quickly. And if I don't if I grasp something, I need something to keep my attention going. That is undiagnosed ADHD. I just learned that. So my mom probably should have they didn't have that back in our day.
Yes, they did.
But they kept putting me in more classes to keep me busy. So, but thank you, because now you're pouring more knowledge into me. But I had to learn, like I keep going back to it, I had to learn really fast, and I had to grow up really fast. And I believe like that's something that we don't talk about a lot. And you do. I had an email. Sorry. You do have to grow up in ways that you weren't necessarily taught. So a lot of times I had to kind of seclude myself because I didn't have the language for what I was experiencing. My mama here, I call my mama, oh my God. My mama probably don't even know what I do for for work. but she knows I go to work and she knows it's always something going on because it's always a problem that I gotta be the one to be the solution to. But I have to like seclude myself because I didn't have people or a language to say like this is what I'm going through, and I didn't know what that looked like because there was nobody to show me, to walk through with me. And then of course like you'll have people along the way to say, hey Gabby, this is not the way you need to do this, but this is, you know, what you should do, but they didn't show it. So I want to ask you, how did you, like, how do you, even now, because it's still something that I still go through, but at my big age my network is growing and I'm able to have conversations with some of my leaders that I couldn't have when I was probably like 20 years old, because they're like, oh, you don't know yet. But how do you like navigate through that? How did you navigate through that as a young Black woman in the nursing area? Because I know, like you said, you're the expert is different levels, but as an expert at your age, how do you navigate that?
I had to take a deep breath for that. So when I was first placed in this position of leadership, because when you're on your own in nursing, you know, you go through extensive training, but when you're on your own in nursing, they eventually say you should be autonomous, right? But now I have the responsibility to train someone else to be autonomous. So when I first stepped into this role, I felt very intimidated. I felt inadequate. I felt like, you know how the devil will try to play tricks on your man, like, who are you? So when I guess because I had those emotions, when I'll use being a charge nurse. So that charge nurse is basically you're supervising your unit. So that may be, you may be over 6 nurses, 4 CNAs, 24 bed to a 36 bed unit. And you are in charge.
Baby, that's a lot going on.
I know. So I'll never, ever, ever forget. The first time I was in charge was, we were still in the pandemic. And mind you, nursing at one point was predominantly white.
Sure.
So every leader, the higher you go, you know, everyone was predominantly white. Nothing against my, you know, Caucasian people. I love y'all.
We love them. The ones that love us. Okay, that's not God. That's not God.
I love all people. But you are so silly. Stepping into that role, because I had already had these premeditated thoughts walking in, I'll never forget. We were short staffed. We were burnt out. Like during the pandemic, I don't know. I guess God was pressing me like a diamond or something. Because why would you? Excuse me, sir. Why would you make me a leader during the pandemic?
Yes, Mr.
You could have waited.
Mr. God, please.
But I was challenged. I feel like he challenged me so that I can persevere and that I can push through. So back to what I was saying. So the unit was overworked, overwhelmed. And, you know, as a leader, like I said, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So I said, God, you're going to have to help me in this moment. Normally, nurses, that's why I said I didn't want to put my hospital out there. Normally, nurses are supposed to have between 4 and 5 patients.
Don't put it out there. We know it's yellow.
This particular day, each nurse had 7 patients. Imagine this is a COVID unit.
Time out. You said it's supposed to be how many?
4 to 5 patients per
nurse. And you said they said how many?
7.
And it was doing what?
The pandemic.
Okay.
Y'all, God really stretched me. I was mad at him that day. I'm not gonna lie. Sir, I'm about to work 12 hours and you want me to do what? So I had to take a deep breath. I had a flashback. Yes, baby. So the nurses are me being the charge nurse. I knew that I had to support my team in any way that I could. So if that meant me bending over backwards for every nurse, I'll pass. You have 7 patients. I'm going to take a patient from each nurse, and now I'm going to help you pass your meds. I overheard a conversation. Older Caucasian nurse, younger Caucasian nurse. Why is she the charge nurse out of all people?
Okay, here we go.
So you
Here we
I
go.
mean, really, they gonna get her this, they gonna get her this. She's still brand new. Like, I said, Lord, don't let me get ghetto in this place, because you know how far I can go back.
We
I'm
almost got
sorry, y'all.
arrested.
I'm saved now, filled with the Holy Ghost. But
She speak
sometimes
Tagalog. Oh,
Tagalog. But it was in that moment where I feel like God revealed to me my purpose. And those premeditated thoughts started to fade, because he told me, I chose you for this time.
Mm-hmm.
This is your purpose. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You are a leader. My mom will always tell me that whenever I got in trouble, like, why am I always the one in trouble? Like you said, because you're the leader.
Yeah.
And people are gonna follow you. So if your brothers see you doing this, they're gonna follow behind you. So I think in that moment, that's when my purpose ignited, and I didn't let those bad words define who I was.
Almost.
Because, ma'am, if that's the case, if they thought that you would, because I wanted to say, if they thought you were that great with your 35 years in nursing, they would have chose you to be the charge nurse.
Yes. Period. That's in my shondo. That's in my shondo.
And I will say this: at the time, I was the youngest. Not only was I a young Black charge nurse, I was the youngest on my unit. So I think that sparked something in the other teammates of mine, and they wanted to pursue, and like, okay, I can do this too. So I think as a leader, you should be inspiring. So I guess that's my question to you.
Oh,
How do you inspire those that, or what would you tell a young person that's struggling with what I dealt with, the premeditated thoughts or the insecurity? What would you tell them?
I'm gonna tell them two. I'm gonna tell them two ways, cause I got God on one side, and I got, you have to kind of separate it, because I can't tell you, oh well, the Lord said this and you are that, your Bible. I can't do that. I can actually speak to this really recently. Um, really, like really recently. I would tell people, and do tell people, do not listen to the outside. But on that end, it's very hard sometimes to drill that in some people's heads, because they don't have the identity piece. You specifically said, who God called you to be. You know that He called you to do this. Da 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 da. I feel that way too. I know who I am. I know what God called me to do. But when it's an identity issue, people don't understand who they are, so they don't understand what they can do. That's when the challenge begins, and that's the fun part for me, because I like to see people in places they don't see themselves. But I'm like, okay, I know, because I seen myself in you, so I know we can go. Like, and I'm not done, girl. I'm not done going where I gotta go. So I understand, like, it's a you have to speak to the person first. You have to speak to the person, then you speak to the future. For me, that's just me. To inspire people, I'm like I said, I'm very transparent. I tell my story. I tell every bit of my story. I don't hold anything back. Whether they know God or they don't. My favorite, I love talking to you Christians. I love talking to you all. You're beautiful, you're blessed. But it's people in the world who don't know who I serve. I can't talk to them in the way that I would talk to you, because you speak Tagalog, and interpret tongues. So how I take on the challenge is, personally, I just get to know them. I talk to them. What do you do? Like, what's your hobbies? Like, stuff like that. And in order to inspire them, I am very inquisitive. I will ask you questions, and it will get on your nerves. But I've always been that way. Sorry, mom. Thanks, mom. Whatever, however it goes. But I question them. And then I watch, and then I figure out ways that I can insert little nuggets. I don't want to call her a project, but she's not a project. But I'm experiencing this right now in my life, and it's hard sometimes, but they have to be willing and open for the inspiration, because I know like sometimes when people have a wall up, it's just with anything in general, you can't beat the wall. I'm not a person, if you come to me and you say you need help somewhere and I'll here go my hand and you don't take it after I put my hand out, my hands start getting tired. I'll put it back. Cause I gotta,
I mean, you can only do so much, honestly.
so if they're not open to it, I guess, I kind of just step back. But I can't really say I've had too much of that where I can't, be inspired. I do have some success stories and I'm grateful. Actually, I had somebody reach out to me a couple days ago and she thanked me for my resilience. Hello, her. Because seeing me in a very tumultuous time of my life still showing up for the people that I'm leading and still being there for them, stuff like that, like that I inspired her and she inspired me, and I'm gonna cry like a little baby, but I'm not gonna cry, I'm a thug. But yeah, that's how I would say that I inspire or try to inspire people to come up in wherever area they are. We don't have to be in the same area. If you tell me you want to fly to the moon, listen, I'm finna contact somebody who might know how to build a spaceship. Like we finna figure it out. So yeah, that I hope that did that answer your question? That was a good question, girl.
Inspiring.
That was a good question, Miss Girl.
I love it. I really do. Like you said, the inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess I got my inspiration to go back to school, or that nudge to go back to school to become a nurse practitioner from my preceptees. Like they were like, "You are an amazing leader." And sometimes the encourager needs encouragement.
Absolutely.
So by them encouraging me, telling me like, "You really should teach," and go that self-doubt again. Yes, you are capable. You can do all things. He didn't say you could just go ahead and be a preceptor. He said you can do all things.
You're using the wrong You a preacher. You preaching.
Girl,
preach. You was preaching over here.
That's all. You know what, Gabby? That's literally all I know. I have a life outside the church.
Absolutely.
But my foundation, you're so silly. I cannot with you.
Yeah, we grew up in the church.
We did. My foundation is Christ. Like that's literally, I draw everything back to him. The good, the bad, the ugly, the Lord. When I'm holding the hand of a dying patient, like I draw everything back to him. So I would just say that getting like them inspiring me to go back to school. Like sometimes, like you say, it's like that identity crisis thing. I felt like I was in an identity crisis, and sometimes you got to be pushed off the ledge to know what it is that you need to do. Because when you stay comfortable and in that, when you stay stuck, it's really hard for you to move. So sometimes God has to you got to be pushed off the ledge.
Oh yes,
and
this is the ledge I've been pushed off.
And I'm glad that you jumped.
All right,
I told you I was gonna jump right with you.
I believe I can fly. But your mama said yes, she is. Preach her. Yes,
Ma.
Fifi lied. That's my girl. That's my girl. Like
she, honey.
But that's really like, a lot of times we don't talk about the ugly. Or actually, no, a lot of times we don't talk about the good. We talk about the ugly as women in leadership, because it's more ugly than it is good. Mm-hmm. And I applaud you for I know it goes right back to God. Yes, it does. And if you didn't know, I am not a preacher. She is, but we grew up in the church.
You remember I preached that time, but go ahead. You remember that? I did. I preached at my church. I was about 19. I haven't been back since.
Because I played the drugs. So I don't know how I even got out of being able to go to your church. I don't even know.
That was like a Friday night and you were my driver. Remember? I didn't have a car. It was me, you, and Traja. Remember? Y'all sat on the front row. Anyway, she just.
I remember. I was on Arbor
Yeah, she was my armor bearer and my driver. Praise God.
Y'all, I was an armor bearer before I knew what an armor bearer was. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god, I remember I drove. That's crazy. But y'all see how deep this run. That's funny. But my last question for you would be, what type of leader are you? And then you can ask me that too, because I think that's a good question. I should ask myself.
What type of leader? I am a servant leader. I think a lot of people think when they have a title or they have a higher role than someone else that they're better than them. But to be a leader, you must be a servant. You have to serve those under you. Um, I'll never forget, like I said, I had to train one. I pray she's not watching, but I had to train, or he or she. I'm saying he or she. I pray they're not watching.
Say they.
They're not watching, but they just couldn't get it, and I felt like, okay,
are you slow or are you slow?
Right, I really did, Gabby, for real. So I had to get to a place where I literally had to. I don't want to say dumb myself down, but I had to back to what I was saying, like getting on their level and their learning style. So it took a lot. I had to spend. That meant me being a when I say servant leadership, that meant I took time outside of that 12-hour work shift to train her.
Wait a minute. Cause hold on, now you gotta waste time and retrack.
But a good leader, I believe that I don't think you should burn yourself out. No. But if you want that person, because nursing is not like you can make this mistake by accidentally killing someone.
Okay, please, cause look at my arm.
Exactly. So you see what I'm saying? So I think a good leader serves those under them. That's me. That's my leadership style. And I want to make sure if you don't get it the first time, guess what? Let me go ask such and such that's been also a preceptor. Let me see if they can give me some insight. Like I feel like I'm learning every day that I go to work. I don't know everything. Exactly. And so this preceptor may say, well, maybe you should teach her or him this or that and see if they get it then. So I'm a collaborator. It's never competition.
Period. What they do?
Clock it. So I understand my role, my title, but I also believe that being a true servant is what my leadership style is. So what's your leadership style?
I was gonna say the same thing, but I'm gonna wrap mine differently. Okay. I am one. I'm not as patient, and that's something that I'm working on. Beautiful. I am not as patient as I should be, but like you said, or not should, can be. But like you said, servant leader. I pride myself in being a servant leader because I know how to, like you say, get down to your level. But sometimes I cannot, and so you different from me, because I sometimes be like, well, okay, well you're not getting it, because I'm quick. I'm quick minded, and I sometimes have to be like, I have to put myself in the position like, what if I was a slower learner? How does this work? But me being a servant leader, I am one. I say this, and this is not rehearsed because I say it. I've said it in multiple interviews. I get in the trenches with my people.
Yes.
I do not let you hang. I don't care if I'm off at 7 o'clock. If it's 7:01 and you still need help, I am going to stay and I'm going to be with you through the problem. I am one. I've seen people, I've seen leaders, and that's a different conversation that we will have, guys. Manager versus a leader. Are they the same? No, they're not. But stick around. We gonna get there. But not tonight. But me, I get dirty. And that's how you gain the trust of your people. And I feel like that is a gift that I have to be able to gain the trust of who I'm leading. Even I've had a situation, a person, I'm not even gonna say the gender, a person who loudly hated me. Loudly hated me, and I had to be there with them through a very thick situation, and now they won't leave me alone. So it's like those type of situations. Being a servant leader is the most rewarding to me. I also believe it was ingrained in me. I grew up in a church where they serve. That's all I knew. That's ingrained in me. My mom, to this day, my mama will, she get on my nerves sometimes. I be have to tell her, sit down, leave them people alone, let them mind their business. I don't care.
I know
you hear me, Miss Girl.
We can't get whoopings anymore.
You can't whip me, ha ha. I don't live in your house, ha ha. But it's ingrained in me, and I watched it like with the people who have been in my life. Like I've watched them serve, and lead at the same time. They've had to serve people who've said all kind of stuff about them. I'm not there yet because I still will choke somebody.
Baby.
A little bit, maybe not all the way, but a little bit. But I've seen that, and that's ingrained in me, and that's something that I've taken with me in each step of my life with this leadership journey, with me being a person, period. So that's what my servant leadership looks like. I get down and dirty with you, okay? I get down and dirty, and we gonna fight together. I'm not gonna turn around. I'm not. I don't let people get thrown under the bus. They can be wrong as two left shoes. Okay, wrong as two left shoes. But if you my person and you got somebody standing here telling you and you wrong, I know how to be like, hold on 1 second, let me handle this, and then we take it to the back, and I'll tell you like, hey, you were not right, but
yeah,
this is how we correct it. This is how, I still got your back, even though they throwing stuff at you, and you wrong, and you shouldn't have cussed them out, but I got your back. At the end of the day.
That's a good leader.
At the end of the day. Oh, so I mean, anything else? I don't really have anything else for today. But
I do have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Speaking of throwing under the bus, how do you feel when an employee throws you under the bus?
Baby! How do I feel? We got some witnesses in the room, okay?
My God, today.
How do I feel? I feel like I want to commit an act of violence that will get me into prison, but I cannot go to jail because the bathrooms are not clean, and yeah, I can't do that, and the food is nasty. It looks nasty. I watch a lot of jail shows, but how do I deal with somebody throwing me under the bus? How am I dealing with somebody throwing me under the bus? How about we go there? How have I dealt with somebody throwing me under the bus? I got 3 different, maybe 2. In the past, my emotions get the best of me. So in the past, okay. Like I said, I call my mama a lot, and shout out to Bertha. Okay, the Bertha. Okay, the only Bertha.
Yes.
I don't know nobody else named Bertha, but shout out to my mama, because I be calling her, and I be a couple times, and I had to apologize because my tongue.
They understand their mother.
I was speaking Tagalog. But my emotions sometimes would get the best of me in the past. Let's say the past, because I know what type of person I am, and they were portraying me differently. And that's not, when you start touching on my character, let me unball my fist. But I've learned from that. And no, I don't just pop off. I've actually never popped off at work before. Let me just put that out there. I'm always professional. But when I get in that car, or when I get in a stairwell, it don't go like that. But in the past, that's how I handled it. Now, I see it as an issue, not with me. It's a them issue. And because I am very strong in who I am, I know who I am. You cannot tell me I stole something. Girl, let me tell you this, because this place I used to work at, they said I was stealing.
Ooh.
They said I cussed a customer
Oh,
out.
I remember you telling me that
Yes!
story.
That is not my character.
Yeah.
I have been, if anybody did not know, I have been a customer service professional for a very long time in my life. Number one, I ain't never stole. Actually, I did, but my mama would tell you that story. I was a kid, never did it again. I ain't stealing from no companies. I ain't cussing nobody out. So, like, when stuff like that, when they throw me under the bus like that, and I know that that's not my character, it does something to me. But now, as I have walked through those situations and I've overcome them, thank God, I learned something. I learned a lot. Like I just said, it's not a me problem, it's a them problem. Because what perception do you have that you would see that I would think I would do things that's contrary to who I am and who my identity is? Like I'm telling my whole family, I told them what they said stole.
You out of all people.
Cuss somebody out at work? No, because it's not me. So hearing those type of stories, like hearing those type of affirmations, like we know that's not you. Those are the people that matter. These are the opinions that matter. Da 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 da. Like I take that to heart, and then I also go back and I, like you said, it always comes back to God. Like at the end of the day, it's like, well, what did you say about me, Father? What did you say I am, Father? Like it goes back to that for me. And if anybody knows, I will laugh in your face in a second. If it and I will laugh so hard, and I had to do this, and I just laugh. Like I really just laugh. So if somebody comes and say, if I come and say and I got a black eye, because somebody hit me, it's because I laughed in their face, because I realized like you're really like that delusional to think that you can throw me under the bus like that. But at the end of the day, I learned to put my hands up. I literally put my hands up, and I get to a point I say, well, God, you just gotta fight, because I don't got the strength. I'm sleepy. Matter of fact, it's past my bedtime.
You know what?
I mean, that's literally how me and God, that's how I talk to God. Like,
you have to talk to him. He's our friend.
He is.
Yeah, you know, I used to always say
That's
you his favorite.
God's favorite. I think I still am. But yeah, I have to, just put my hand here lately. I don't put my hands up, but I'm trying to tell you because I'm literally watching. Like I said this the other day, I was talking to somebody and we were talking about a specific situation, and I said, you know what, God will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies.
That just happened with me.
You see, that's I can't tell you what happened to me at.
Well, I don't. Yeah,
because I don't know who's watching, but
I don't care if they are watching. I'm not talking about. I know what you're saying.
Well, we just got here. I mean, we just got in this situation, but I have to look at it like that. And I've gotten very comfortable in the fact that I watch God fight, and sometimes I'll be like, "You taking too long? Can you knock them out? Hurry up, Mr. God." But it's not the way God does not respond the way that I would want him to respond. But he does respond.
He does respond.
So that's always like in the back of my head now. But yeah, that was a good question, girl. I'm finna be up thinking about this stuff. This is good. But we gonna wrap this up. We done took a piece of y'all time. Hey, Instagram. Sorry, we keep forgetting to scoot over.
Hey, Instagram.
But I appreciate all of y'all that are watching, and me and my co-host Miley. We are so grateful. I am grateful. I thank y'all, number one, first and foremost, for the support. Y'all have supported. Like y'all were pushing me. People were coming to me like. People were coming to me like out like at church and stuff like that. Like, when's your podcast? And did I miss your podcast? I was like, no, Miss Girl, you did not miss it. But thank you. It's coming up. But I really appreciate y'all. And we want to keep seeing y'all.
Yes.
We want to keep seeing y'all.
Yes.
Next month. This just a once a month type of thing until we can. Y'all wanna see us some more. Next month we going live as well. Same place on the couch.
The blue couch.
We chilling. Because this is just a conversation. We want everybody to be a part of these conversations. So with that being said, keep in touch with us and email any questions, any topics you want us to talk about regarding leadership. Because we're not talking about things that you need to talk about with your therapist. We are not therapists.
No, I'm at the bedside sometimes.
I am not. Okay. Your therapist. But I have experienced some things, and we would love to talk through some things with you all. Things that you feel like you can't talk about. And if you need it to be anonymous, we got you. I am very good at keeping secrets, okay? I am very good at keeping secrets, literally. But if y'all want to hear any topics, any questions, we will be able to be answering questions way before we go live again next month. But keep in contact with us. Follow us.
Like, share, and follow.
We gonna be on YouTube. This is gonna be on YouTube. Okay. This is gonna be on YouTube. We want to see y'all. We want to hear from y'all. We want to love y'all. I don't know what they saying, girl. I don't know.
I just see your chat moving.
But we thank and praise God for all the people. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So y'all saying great job. That means we're gonna see y'all next month, December. That's my birthday month. So if you come with a present, you get like pushed to the front row or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, please keep in touch with us. We love y'all. I love y'all from the depths of my heart. This is my baby, y'all, and we have to talk about some things that we experience in the workplace, in ministry, whatever you may be doing. We can talk about it. Just shoot us a little email, shoot us a little whatever. You got my phone number. Text me, please. Let's talk about it. We want to see you, sis and bro. This is for the men too. This is not just our journey as women, just because it says her, because the her stands for humility, endurance, and resilience. If that's you, Mr. Man, that's you. But thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next month. We coming with the date. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Good night.